arguments coming out of the speech act of the negative is that we keep debate to a norm, and like, really? Really? Like, I mean, we spit in all these raps in our speech act, and are we really being confined to the norms? We're not even speeding or nothing. If anything, they're more to the norms than we are. I mean, because they use poetry from a dumb person who no one knows who it is, and then Makai has his own poem there. That doesn't mean that they completely challenge the system. I mean, if you're gonna challenge the normal debate, I mean, like, honestly, we just gotta like get a whole rap in our winning seats. If that's normal, then I don't know if it's not normal. Cool, he talks about interrupting the political. We do interrupt the political system because not only do we use hip-hop, but we use hip-hop as a way to talk about these policies, the same policies that are recreated on future as Joel speaks about, and how we talk about these discourses effect and how we need to focus on gender and all that stuff. She said patriarchy affects all forms of knowledge, and she says that our knowledge is only conducted off of what we learn from the male power base. But I mean, if we speak about, like, if we have authors that are females and we speak to people who are other females, they become the organics and our authors become the academics, then how do we only base some knowledge off the male perspective? We learn from everybody around us, meaning that all males, all females, all people who are in between, we learn from all of them. I mean, if we aren't able to access knowledge from a female, then what makes their case non-patriarchal in a way where we can access the same exact knowledge? They said they have this whole thing going where they say breaking down patriarchy, like patriarchy starting point and the framework should be based off of patriarchy. But if they make all these arguments out like patriarchy comes first and everything, they're singling out patriarchy and then leaving all the other isms out. They're saying that it goes back to them, but their whole argument is that we need to focus on all of them as a group, which we do. So if they only focus on patriarchy, only focus on that, say that goes back to all the other isms, then they're not taking that general perspective of all the isms. Instead, they focus on one, which turns back their whole intersectionality argument because they aren't taking intersectional approaches. They're only focusing, they specifically say that they're only focusing on one form of oppression. The whole case is predicated off of that form of oppression, the whole strategy. So it turns back to intersectionality and mean that we do access it. Because we do not single out feminism, rather we speak about oppression as a whole. We speak about all the different forms of oppression and how we need to change conceptualization of space in general as a way to solve back to these forms of oppression. And then the way that we challenge back the capital interest, because when we speak about how we need to replicate this in space beyond the debate space, and how Gerald speaks about that spillover, when we replicate this space, it challenges capital interest because of the chapter 4 evidence is about how the commons should be viewed. The commons should be viewed as something that can be, like, have this capitalist agenda and control rule towards it. And there can be no exploitation, and there has to be, like, equitable distribution of space within it. Cool, yeah, they also have this argument about, like, our hip-hop is commodified. I mean, like, they don't point out in our speech act how our hip-hop is commodified. We use our hip-hop to speak about the issues and problems that are going on around us and how we use hip-hop and incorporate it into the debate space. So, I mean, you can argue that hip-hop in general is commodified, which that's a different case in itself, but in the actual debate community, our hip-hop is not commodified because we are speaking from a personal standpoint. Nobody's censoring us. We say what we have to say, and we're saying what we want to say because we wrote our raps ourselves. They say we dropped the link of omission, but we didn't drop the link of omission. We're saying that we do focus on feminism, but we're saying that we don't only focus on feminism. We're saying that we have to focus on all other forms of oppression too. That was, again, the intersectionality would turn our argument. They said we don't get a picture of what happens when the judge votes for us, but their picture of what happens is basically that people have conversations in their head for like the rest of their lives and stuff, and that's supposed to go outside and around. So like, we take it a step further than that. I mean, of course, the people are gonna have this concept, they're gonna think about what happened around and stuff, but we're saying that the ballot affirms a change conceptualization, so the ballot goes from it leaves outside the round. The ballot is that spillover, because when it leaves outside the round, it goes to the ballot, and people actually read these ballots, and these conversations are had with other people, and there's repetition where we have the same thing in every round, so it takes up further beyond that. So when the judges vote for this change conceptualization and affirm it, that means the debate space in itself is being changed from the inside out. And then Joe speaks about how this affects the outside political arena, being that the UDL specifically is the political pipeline to the outside world. So basically, and the three-tier process, again, on the three-tier process, we didn't drop the three-tier process, thank you for that. But they don't ask the three-tier process because even though Makai reads from his personal experiences, kudos to you, nice poem. Jessica doesn't speak about her personal experiences, she speaks from the standpoint of, what's that woman's name?
What's that woman's name? That's great. That's how you end your speech. Dang.